to the last Lunch with Art of this year. As always, we hope that you and your family are safe and sound. It has been a year, to say the least. Thank you for tuning in with us as we move Lunch with Art virtually. Thank you for taking our tips. Hopefully, Lunch with Art series has made your time in quarantine and during the coronavirus pandemic a little easier to deal with. So, I thought since this was the last Lunch with Art of the season and of the year for 2020 that I'd do something special. I don't think I've ever performed for you guys. So today, you're going to see me in action. What you'll be looking at is, you can call it spoken word poetry, some people call it slam poetry, and others call it performance poetry. So this is what you'll see. There are competitions across the country. We host one every December as a 36 Slam Poetry Festival, December 10th through the 12th. Tune in, and you'll see more and more amazing poets and artists that will be performing their work for you live on stage. So before I begin the poems, I want to talk about poetry generally being a way to express yourselves, but it also can be a way to teach others about who you are, what you like, where you come from, who your family is, in a very fun and creative way. So I'll be doing 2 poems today, and both of them will be telling you a little bit more about who I am, what I like, and where I'm from. So I do hope you enjoy them. Leave your comments as always. Let me know what you think, and drop the links to your favorite performance videos from YouTube in the comments section. The first poem I'll be doing today is Grits. How many grits eaters do we have out there? Hopefully 1 or 2. You'll see why it's called Grits in just a moment. Here we go. An original piece written by me. I like to eat grits. Want to know why? It leaves me thick like this. It keeps my thighs like this. And no, I don't diet. My legs are my breadwinners, and if I lose them, it will start a riot. See, my curves are the very reason that brothers are inspired. They are the sole reason that CEOs are fired, and I never grow tired of being me, of setting big, beautiful women who wear a size 18 free. See, I'm the reason she's coming out of mental captivity. It's sad to see people worrying so much about waistlines till they're losing what's on the inside because we're dealing with insecurity, we battle false securities, we don't know who we are outside of slim-fast commercials and jewelry. Yet we're pushing protein shakes, and we got 16-year-olds throwing up in toilets and sinks, yet we're pushing that slim is the way to be and not realizing that we're causing all kinds of catastrophes because 16 to 20 is the very size of me. And I stay classy because in my casket, I die fat, full, and happy because I refuse to allow you to make me believe that my dress size influences me. So by all means, if you have health conditions, please watch what it is that you keep in your kitchens, but let this be your motivation and not all the chit and chatter about your fat backs, and don't consider them setbacks. Consider them what they is. And yes, I said is because you are beautiful. See, I've never been surgically altered, and I'm taking my soul and my children's to the altar. So yeah, I like to eat grits. Want to know why? Because they keep me thick like this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It has been a while since I performed. I've been quarantining just like you have. So please, forgive any bundles, but I hope you got the message. Love who you are. I had to make peace with myself, and writing that poem allowed me to do so. The second poem. Second poem is probably one of the first poems that I've written about myself years and years ago, but it's still so relevant. You go through life and you learn who you are and you learn what your foundations are. And poetry for me is kind of that binding element that allows me to release and to see my growth, even if sometimes I forget how far I've come. So this poem is called Square. They call me a square because I refuse to dwell in the midst of their crooked circles. See, I'm something like a triangle. Because if all sides were being equal except for one, then you should know I would never succumb to your peer pressure. And a ruler couldn't even measure the angle in which my mind expands to place this intellect in the palm of your hands. You can't even begin to understand how deep my waters run. I'm touching spirits like old Sojourner. I got you caught up in the Matrix, Neo. I'm the one. Stick it to souls like a pot of grits, hot like fish oil so that you will never forget I got you feeling hopeful like an old Negro hymn. Wade in the water, God's gonna trouble the water. Putting slaves on my back, carrying them down the Underground Railroad, and I'm sure you know this story because it has been told over and over and over again, yet we make violence our allies and vengeance our friends. We create foreign policies against different shades and accents of black. Got me feeling like I want to go back in the days when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore, cause some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. And I place a trail of chocolate chip cookies that will lead me back to where it all began, so that I can stand firm like a giant oak tree and live out the promises of our ancestries, uncover the buried treasure and live out our royalty on the streets of gold forever. And I cleverly place myself in your shoes so that I can show understanding and compassion to what it is that you are going through. And I guess this is very thinking that makes me a square. I guess I'm square because I don't French braid my hair. I guess I'm square because I don't drink 40s from a bottle, or because I refuse to wear fake lashes to model after fake models. I guess I'm square because I don't pull on a piece of steel. I guess I'm square because I don't steal others' joy, or because I refuse to bottle my emotions and place them on a shelf like a toy. See, if that makes me square, then that's just fine with me. Because the square root of Austin is the very definition of me. And the square root of my tenacity will be the freedom of many nations. And without hesitation, I'll never conform to your circles, because it gives me 2 steps closer to your destiny. And if I am a square consistently, then I am 2/3 away from breaking your circles. And there'd be no way to stop this. So could you imagine if we all became square-shaped boxes? Thank you. Thank you guys so much again for joining us this year. For sticking it out with us during this time for Lunch with Art. We will be back next year, January 2021. Hopefully at that time we can receive some of you. If not, I promise I'll be back in your virtual space giving you tips and hacks to get through this quarantine and to get through this pandemic. Poetry is love, and love is poetry. Peace.